Hey, what is going on everybody? It is VoltDeoxy here, back with another Fortnite video. In today's video, we are going to be ranking every battle pass in Fortnite from worst to best. So first up, coming in at number 17, or the last spot, we have Season 3. This season is in last place because none of the skins were really good. They were pretty good for its time, but nowadays it just doesn't look good. The only skins that really stand out in this battle pass to me are the Dark Voyager and the Elite Agent. I think the Mission Specialist and Moonwalker are very boring. Rustlord is pretty useless because there's multiple better versions of him nowadays. And the Reaper is just a guy in a suit, and there's so much better skins in a suit than him. Does also have less skins than most of the other battle passes in this game, so I think that's part of the reason why it's lower than everything else. Next up at number 16, we have the Season 2 Battle Pass. I don't think any of the skins in this Battle Pass were particularly bad, but all of the emotes were really lackluster, and the skins, there's not enough of them. There were only 4 skins in this Battle Pass compared to the usual 8 we get, and 2 of the skins were the same thing, just one's male and one's female. Also, 3 of the skins were knights, and then there's only one that wasn't a knight, which actually turns out to be the best skin in the Battle Pass. I really think the Sparkle Specialist stands out in this Battle Pass, and it's the only one I actually really want to own. I also do like the Black Shield, but I don't like the Black Knight that much. He's an okay skin. And now coming in at the number 15 spot, we have Chapter 2 Season 5 Battle Pass. There's only 2 skins in this Battle Pass that really stand out, being Condor and Mancake. Maeve is an okay skin, and Lexa does not work with the art style of Fortnite, and then Reese is just plain ugly. Menace colors don't work, even though a lot of people praise him for being so progressive and having a lot of edit styles and customization, and looking threatening. I don't see how he's good, though. From the back, he's very plain. Mando I never really got the appeal for because I don't like skins that have forced capes, as it ruins the design of them, because the cape just covers everything. And Predator I think is one of the worst skins ever made in this game. Coming in at the number 14 spot, we have Season 4. Again, not very many skins that stand out. I only really like the Technique and Omega. Carbide is okay, Valor is also okay, but the other skins all just suck. The Visitor also is a great skin, though. The Zoe is very ugly, and Battlehawk and Squad Leader should not be in the Battle Pass. Even though I don't hate them too much, they are not Battle Pass skins. They should be 800 V-Bucks skins. Now at the number 13 spot, we have the Chapter 2 Season 1 Battle Pass. Now, this is actually the part of the video where a lot of the skins are going to start standing out in each battle pass. I think Fusion, Ripley, 8-Ball, and Cameo vs. Sheik are really the standouts for this battle pass. Serana is also pretty good, but she can be considered boring as she doesn't have a lot of details. Turk vs. Riptide and Journey vs. Hazard are pretty underrated, but I'd say they're okay skins at best. The only skin for this battle pass I don't really like is Remedy vs. Toxin because it's just a default skin with a doctor hat and a doctor design. The purple style isn't too bad, but it's still really boring because it's still the same as a default. I also really like that it introduced enlightened skins, with 8-Ball vs. Scratch being the very first, and I also like that Fusion has his own edit styles that show what the character's origins were. And now at the number 12 spot, we have the Season 9 Battle Pass. Just a few seasons ago, actually, the Season 9 Battle Pass was my favorite of all time, but as time went on, I have realized it hasn't really aged well. The Vendetta skin is pretty boring, because it's missing armor in a lot of spots where it shouldn't, and it just makes the skin look ugly. I think that the rocks and the singularity stand out more than everything else. The Bunker Jonesy is okay, but it's just a default with a long beard. The Vega is pretty boring because it doesn't have much design or detail, but I do like the colors on the red style. It's the only one I'd ever use. The Demi, though, is one of the most boring skins of the game. It's just all red, and I don't really like the overtime style that much either. And Sentinel, I think, is one of the worst skins of the game, and I probably will never use him again. Stratus, however, is also a good skin, except he has one of the ugliest overtime styles ever, and I don't want to use it ever. And now at the number 11 spot, we have the Chapter 2 Season 4 Battle Pass. Now, I really do like Marvel, but unfortunately, I don't think the skins of this Battle Pass were too great. Tony Stark and Doctor Doom are the ones that stand out the most, and also Storm. She is pretty cool too, but Mystique, I think, as a skin on her own, she's not that good, and I only use her as a tool to use skins I don't actually have. Thor is pretty boring, and he just seems like a copy of Astra, but worse. And the Groot is very ugly. Jennifer Walters is boring and basic, and I think the She-Hulk style's colors are bad. And I don't really like the design either way, so the Crimson style doesn't work that bad either. Wolverine, I think, is also a pretty bad skin, and it was not worth the wait. I'd much rather have Doctor Doom have the secret skin because he'd be a much better fit for me, in my opinion, because I would gladly wait for him. Now at the number 10 spot, we have Chapter 2 Season 6 Battle Pass. This Battle Pass actually used to be one of my least favorite of all time when it first came out, but as time went on, it actually really grew on me a lot. I think that the Lara Croft, Rebirth Raven, Hirana, and Spire Assassin really stand out. Agent Jones is okay. I do like how it takes parts of the old Hunter skins from Chapter 2 Season 5 and puts it into one skin, but I don't think that the skin really looks particularly great. It is an okay skin, and it is very important to the storyline. Neymar Jr. taking away all of my bias for what he did as a person, I think that the upgraded style is really cool, but the first style is very boring, and I don't think he should be in the Battle Pass. I think Raz is also an okay skin, and Cluck is a horrible skin. And now coming in at the number 9 spot, we have the Season 5 Battle Pass. Now, obviously, there are two skins of this Battle Pass that stand out over all of the others, being Drift and Ragnarok, two of the greatest skins of all time, but there are some other good ones. Despite how boring Redline might be, I think she is actually a great skin and a good female counterpart to Burnout, another great skin. I think Huntress is one of the worst skins in the game, and Sledgehammer is very boring but not particularly horrible. I think that the Sunstrider is a great skin as well, a great lifeguard skin. I don't even know why I like her that much. I also do really like the Rook skin, although she is not as good as the Ace, which is a reskin of her. I also think the Enforcer is okay. He gets too much hate for what he's trying to be, but he's not too horrible. Next up at the number 8 spot, we have the Season 7 Battle Pass. Now, I think this Battle Pass is actually a great one. The Prisoner is my favorite secret skin in the game. Lynx and Zenith are very amazing tier 1s, and probably my favorite tier 1 duo in the game. Sergeant Winter is pretty underrated, and Powder and Onesie are amazing skins. Despite how boring or ugly some people might think they are, I think they are actually pretty great skins. My biggest problems with this Battle Pass are Trog and the Ice King. Even though they're two of the final skins you actually get in this Battle Pass, I think Trog is a very ugly skin and a poorly executed meme skin. The Ice King also very overrated, and I don't really like him. It's not because he's bulky or anything like that, I just don't like his design that much or any of his color styles. Next up at the number 7 spot, we have the Chapter 2 Season 3 Battle Pass. This Battle Pass actually had a lot of good ones. I really think Jules is one of the best skins in the game. Fade is a great version of Drift, and probably not as good as the original version, but it's still amazing because it's actually hard to compete with the original Drift or Catalyst. I also think Scuba Jonesy is a very underrated skin. Eternal Night is a much better version of the Ultima Night. Ocean is one of the more simple skins, but still a great one. However, my only problems with this Battle Pass are Kit and Aquaman. Aquaman, I don't really like the fish design, or the fish scales design on his top. I also don't really like the other style because it's pretty boring and basic. It's just a bunch of tattoos for design and that's it. And then for Kit, I think his colors on almost every style are really boring, except for the happy one. And then the shape of him, it makes him feel really clunky to use, and it makes me uncomfortable, especially with the tire in the middle. Coming in at the number 6 spot, we have the Season 8 Battle Pass. This is actually a very underrated Battle Pass, probably partly because it was free, but I think it is a great Battle Pass. There are some great skins in it, and the fact that it's free isn't a very good reason to hate on it anyway. Hybrid is a great skin. Blackheart is also great. Hybrid, I think, is actually one of the best tier 1s in the game. Lux is cool too, but she's not worth having it tier 100. Blackheart would probably be a much better fit than her, or even Hybrid. And if they wanted a tier 100 that's female, they could have gone with Ember. Ember being another amazing skin. Sidewinder is pretty underrated despite how basic she is. I feel like Peely, though, is very overrated, and I don't like the shape of him. Master Key is also another great skin that is in this battle pass, especially with his hood up and his other edit style. I also don't really like the Ruin skin because of the shape of him, like Kit. I also can't forget that it had the Hoopmaster emote, which is probably one of my favorites in the game. And next up, to start off our top 5, at the number 5 spot, we have the Chapter 2 Season 2 Battle Pass. I don't like the idea of choosing between two different styles, and I think you should be able to get both of them at once, but the styles we did get are actually great. The Midas skin is one of the most important skins in Chapter 2 ever, and it's actually a great skin. Tiantina also is an amazing skin. I actually like her more than Midas. Meowscles also is my favorite skin in the Battle Pass. And Brutus is an okay skin. And my only real problems with this Battle Pass are the Gear Specialist Maya and Sky. Sky is a pretty ugly skin and basically no design in the back with her ugly jacket tied to her waist. And I don't really like what she looks like in the front either, or the hat. And Gear Specialist Maya, there are millions of styles you could have made for her, but all of them ended up being boring no matter what you did. And most people even made her all black anyway, so there's no point of having her because we have the superhero skins for that now. But even though they even patched that, and that didn't even look good in the first place, I also think that Deadpool is an amazing skin, and he definitely deserved to have one. I also can't forget about Agent Peely. He's an okay skin, I only really like the Shadow style. And now coming in at the number 4 spot, we have the Season 6 Battle Pass. Now, I think this Battle Pass might actually be the most underrated Battle Pass of all time because I always see people hating on it and I can't see why. I think Calamity and Dire are two of the greatest skins in the game and probably the best Tier 1 and Tier 100 duo, or maybe under Drift and Ragnarok. I also think Fable is a very underrated skin and I don't see people use her often. Dusk isn't bad at all, and I think the Aim is a very good secret skin. Nightshade also I don't think is really bad. I actually quite like her. DJ Yonder also is a great skin, although we have multiple better versions of him nowadays. Really my only problem is the Giddy Up because it just doesn't work. When I use him, I literally can't see anything, and normally I don't care about ADS, but when it's that bad, you know it's a huge disadvantage. He's also just essentially a default skin riding an inflated llama, which makes it really boring because it's default. And now in the number 3 spot, we have Chapter 2 Season 7 Battle Pass. I don't think there is a single skin in this Battle Pass that is particularly bad. Rick Sanchez is probably the weakest because of the lack of styles and customization, but he's still a good one. Zig is one of my favorite skins of the game. Dr. Sloan and Sunny are also amazing, and I really think that the Chimera was a better version of Maya, actually done right. Joey is basically 2 skins in 1. I really think the male version is pretty ugly, but I also really like the female version. Clark Kent is another great skin in this Battle Pass, and I really think he is worth using. And now coming in at the number 2 spot, we have the Season X Battle Pass. I think every skin in this Battle Pass is absolutely phenomenal, except for Ultima Knight, which is not a very good skin, but all of the other skins are so good, it carries it above Chapter 2 Season 7's Battle Passes. Just how they only remade really good skins, and how they actually executed it greatly, and made all of them better than the original. It's absolutely phenomenal, and I want to see them do something like this in the future. Also bonus points for the amount of customization in this Battle Pass. And now at the number 1 spot, my favorite Battle Pass of all time in Fortnite is the Chapter 2 Season 8 Battle Pass. I'm not even saying this Battle Pass is the best because it's new, because I didn't actually like it that much at first when it first released. But as I went on and unlocked all the skins and all of the edit styles, including the gold styles, I actually started to like every skin more. The Tuna Fish is a much better version of Chimera, and I actually prefer him over Chimera. I think that the Torrent and Carnage are 2 of the best skins in the game. I really also like The Cube Queen, one of the greatest skins of all time, probably my second favorite secret skin, if not my favorite. It might actually defeat the Prisoner. Fabio Sparkleman and JB Chimpanski are some of the weaker skins of the Battle Pass, but I think they are still great. And Core and Charlotte are pretty basic, but I think they are also pretty great skins. There is no doubt on my mind that every skin of this Battle Pass is still amazing, and it is easily the best of all time. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. You can always unsubscribe if you no longer enjoy my content, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.